Cemetery at night and dogs in heat. The great gray owl howls and you're probably right. Believing better to be leaving. Terrifying like a gun store. The wind roar, invisible like a blank ghost blanket. No trees bend, shaky like the first dance, shaky like the first time our palms met in the clam sweat. Heavy focus, 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 focus. Set the camera to the flash for a portrait of the spirit. Only way it's gonna last to be near it. Heavy focus, 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 focus,
What's up, pals and friends? I need to figure out an intro for this, and this is Vale.
Hi, I am here again. I don't have a better intro, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're workshopping one. Don't worry, we're not actually, but
Well, we could be.
yeah, that takes like effort though.
True, very true.
Alright, speaking of effort, it's not a good segue, but we've got a good match for you guys today. First up we have D4 and Manic Volcanic, who are currently second, who are currently third and second in the lower bracket respectively. Manic making the pretty respectable climb all the way up from the bottom seed here.
Yeah, looking really good, sitting at a comfortable 4-2, with D4 being at 2-4. So it's gonna take, well, really, it's gonna take Manic losing all 3 matches and D4 winning all 3 for those 2 seeds to reverse.
Yeah. Picks and bans are currently underway. D4 bands, Particle Arts first. That's understandable. It's hard. Manic bands the drama first. Understandable. It's hard to see. The first map played will be D4's pick, and that will be UR. Manic will pick his own map, which will be Contact. D4 bans Hissy Peak Pop Out.
Is it peak though? Chat, is it peak?
It's peak, I would argue. It's a very good level. It's a good level.
I would very much agree. We see Manic ban Lapse and D4 choose Stuck in Orbit. That's gonna go crazy. And pick 2 for Manic being Pumpkin Party.
Yeah, it's between Hard Times and Mithrium for the final coin flip.
Feels like we always see Hard Times as the 5th pick, so...
Oh yeah, you're right, Iffy.
Oh yeah, we do. We really do.
I remember first seeing that, and being like, This'll be good for Sound Off next year, and I'm really sad this didn't get in on time, but
Yeah, I mean, if we get to see it next time, at least I am looking forward to seeing it played out. Oh, we get Mithrium as our random pick this time.
that's what we'll have to settle for, I guess.
Feels like Hard Times wins the coin flip every time, so it's nice to see a change in random number generator.
But first up, we're going to be playing "You Are" by Hoek. Currently waiting on the go-ahead. I can't see Manic's score on this because he's looking at the album cover. But
I know D4 has beaten it in the past, a long time ago in the past, seeing as the score has gotten reset. But yeah, unable to see Manic's score.
Yeah, and of course, I think a different version of this level was released at some point without the decorative lasers, because at some point those were very, very broken.
Yeah, that is quite true. So the difference of score is exactly 1%.
Yeah.
And we are underway.
Nothing quite yet.
Both getting the heart pretty nicely.
Again, so far it seems like a map that both of these players know their way around. Pretty smooth so far, but again, we still got 3 minutes left of this.
Yeah. It's a pretty comfortable pick, I would say, in general.
Yeah, it must be one of our most common. Maybe I should maybe I should go through and catalog the most the most picked maps in each bracket, but Manic getting clipped and losing the heart there. Maybe not
unfortunate.
Too bad if he doesn't get hit another time, but still unfortunate.
Yeah, shouldn't be a huge score detriment. D4 getting clipped on the outside there.
And suddenly they're on much more even ground.
And not anymore.
Manic takes the wrong way around that screen there.
And D4 getting clipped by Stream Now too. It's just blow for blow here right now. Going back to what you were saying before, though, I think it would be really interesting to see which maps get picked more or less than others. I think I know which one in upper bracket gets the least picks. Not mad. Definitely not mad.
Yeah, not mad at all.
I can understand it. My parts go a little bit evil. D4 getting clipped again. Looks like Manic has the score circle advantage right now, just by the look of it, but it's incredibly difficult to tell.
It is due in part to just the fact that both the floor and the score circle are very dark. But
yeah, they are quite dark.
And Manic will quickly trade in one more hit.
And being in a very dangerous part of the stream there and making it work. What was that? Okay. If there's a will, there's a way.
D4 has commenced the wiggling.
Gotta get vibey with it, I guess.
See, this is how you win matches.
It's all about that confidence. If you got the confidence to cursor dance in a level, you're probably doing fine. My internet is trying to rapture me as we speak. This is good.
It's okay. Final stretch as we speak. Manic gets hit on one of the last streams here.
D4 pretty
Manic,
comfortable in this
and
ending.
also getting hit on that transition, and that might do it for him and put 1 point for D4. But we will see.
It's it's probably gonna be D4s here.
96 to. Oh, that's a 90. Yeah.
Yeah, looked like it was close for a while, but that all those ending hits for Manic probably is what sealed it. Would have been really close otherwise.
Yeah. Fortunes can change very quickly in this game, depending on where you get hit.
Quite so, especially. I mean, those two. Just looking at like where the hits were, I think D4 was at a disadvantage for most of that actually, but that ending is very dense. So I think even just one hit there would have been bad enough, but two made it quite worse. So next up we will see Manic's pick in contact, one that Manic has quite a clear advantage over D4 with, by all accounts.
Yeah, he made it. He beat it. Imagine beating your own maps. Couldn't be me.
You've beaten the river.
I haven't beaten anything else though.
I mean, hey, that's gotta count for something at least.
Oh, and we're off.
I mean, if he made Distant Stars, it took me a whole few months to beat that myself. And we see D4 immediately going for the funny gray strat.
That's gonna be +1 swag point for D4. You heard it here first. Sound Off Spring is going to be the swag tournament. We need to accumulate as many swag points as possible.
Oh shit. Y'all better prepare. You don't have any kind of... Oh, D4 getting spawn camps by homing. You don't have any criteria for what swag points are, but you'll need to be ready anyway.
They are to be applied to their disc.
D4 missing all the hearts.
That is actually tragic. I felt that in my soul.
Can't say I was expecting that to happen.
Well, they show up fast and they disappear faster if you're not prepared for them entirely.
That is very true.
It's not a map that D4 seems to be too practiced on, so could have just caught him off guard.
Yeah, could have very easily done that. Manic losing the hearts, so no +3 advantage anymore, but still at 100% dodge, technically.
Like, functionally 100% dodge. On D4 getting hit, and Manic getting hit.
Manic.
Literally in the exact same spot, basically.
Pretty much. D4 getting messed up by those hugs, understandable. How did D4 get that big hug? That's crazy. Okay. That was like actually frame perfect. It had to be.
I didn't see him get it. I was like 100% convinced he lost it.
I was watching it and there was no hit that showed up. Like, he somehow finished it before it cleared. And D4 missed a hug. No.
Yeah, those hugs don't quite go to the center, so you have to kind of spin wildly around and hope you get all of them. Maybe you don't necessarily have to do that, but that's what a lot of people do.
It can be a little bit unfortunate if you're not in the exact right place. Manic taking this 98.36 to 93.43. Pretty much had it the whole way. And now we head into D4's second pick of Stuck in Orbit, which I think Manic has actually done pretty well on in the past, so this is a bold pick from D4.
Yeah, Manic has an S on this with what I believe to. I believe he got this score live.
I think we saw
Vida.
that last time out. Yeah.
Yeah, versus Vida, which is the match that
it was that one.
Yeah, the match he got list points for.
Oh my god, that was a ridiculous match. This was not supposed to happen.
But you know, maybe this is going to be a better opportunity for Manic to clinch a victory on this map.
It could very well be. Both getting a lot of grace off that first laser.
D4 not doing too bad here as well, with what I think was a 97 on his on their level 6 reign or something.
Cannot say I saw what the score was, but yeah, as I recall, D4 did do pretty well in this in the past, so.
Twisty section.
Both looking pretty good the whole way through now.
Yeah. Again,
the worst is yet to come, as you were saying.
Yeah, these are the easier parts.
Both pretty comfortably getting that heart, which can be sketchy.
Yeah, especially with the burst, it can be a little random. Oh, and Manic will.
And Manic getting
pretty
hit.
early. Yeah. Surprisingly tight there, and if you like flick the wrong way, you just get hit like Manic did there.
Yeah. The extreme demon twist.
We're looking comfortably ahead so far,
but not looking comfortable on that first spin part. Things going. Oh, and had to say something. D4 still with a plenty large advantage with that being his first hit and that being the heart, so pretty comfortably ahead right now. Especially with Manic taking another hit right there. Oh, that's unfortunate.
No. Well,
clipped by the laser.
Guess he doesn't need to worry about that.
Yeah, it makes this section easier. And luckily that's not a lot of bullets, so that's not going to drastically affect his score. A hit here from Manic would be bad. A hit from D4 also, but winning the big hug makes it a little bit more free to move. And Manic comfortably clearing the section.
Yeah, that unfortunately won't give him too much of an advantage. But yeah, especially
not after getting a hit there.
But again, as we've said on previous streams, this level is pretty long, and there's still like a couple minutes to go here. Going into this extended outro.
Yeah, there is plenty of time for things to change, especially with this ending, which I know we have said before is very chokeable.
Yeah,
the D4 is cursor dancing.
Not tight necessarily, just a little difficult to navigate efficiently.
There's a lot of things that you have to pay attention to. Losing track of even one stray bullet could be the end of you. Both navigating it pretty comfortably so far, though. Oh, and there we go. Had to say something, and now they both get hit.
We love saying things here.
Yep. We love speaking. It definitely doesn't cause any problems with the matches.
D4 gets a second hit here, and a third hit.
And a third now.
We don't know how far behind that's gonna put them.
Probably not very. I don't think this is as dense as the twisty part, so getting hit here is less of a factor.
Yeah.
And a fourth time for good measure, but...
Yeah, but
maybe
a lot of hits will do it, but I don't know.
Yeah, that score circle is still pretty in D4's favor.
And it's
almost getting an S with the graze.
Right, and it's 2-1. We will be seeing Pumpkin Party next, which is Manic's pick.
And need I remind everyone that if D4 wins all 3 matches from today's set and whenever Vitas are played, and Manic loses all 3, we will see a change in positions. So there is a lot of pressure on this match specifically for D4. If he takes it, he still has a chance to be second seed, but if Manic wins, he has locked it in.
Yes, the second seed is especially you do kind of really want that because of how the playoff format works. It's a step ladder format, so seed 3 faces off against 4. The winner of that match faces off against second place, and then the winner of that match faces off against first place.
It is very much advantageous to be a higher seed, because then there's less fatigue that's slowing you down. It's a big thing with stepladder formats that I know is a hindrance to people that are lower seeds. It's just the more you play, the more you get worn down.
Yeah, I'm sure some of our upper bracket participants can attest to this. I'm so sorry. Yeah, pumpkin party is underway.
And looking good so far. And now that I've said something, I'm sure it's all downhill from here.
I gave it 20 seconds.
That's being generous.
That's both hearts grabbed very cleanly.
And being held onto quite well so far. And until then...
yeah, D4 not moving out of the center on time of those bubbles.
I love speaking words and not cursing people. And here we have Chromatic Aberration.
This level was made before Chromatic Aberration existed, though, so I can forgive it. I will not pass judgment this time.
Manic losing a heart in that section. So we are now even with a question mark. And now we are not. Manic getting hit in middle of a lot of dense streams, which could be a big score buster.
There's some other things in this level that I feel like are more dense, though.
Oh, for sure.
You could see D4 getting hit on, or neither, or both. And there's a hit from a D4, probably not as punishing as Manic's hit earlier.
Certainly not, just by the looks of it, but could still be a problem.
Yeah, it's gonna put some pressure on him either way.
Great grab of that hug ring by D4.
Very smooth. You like to see stuff like that.
Very bold, too. Those homings aren't exactly friendly.
And Manic with one more hit in the break.
Not exactly gonna help his cause too much. There being no score circle differentiation that I can really see, it's not really possible to tell who's got the advantage here, but more than likely it will be D4.
Yeah. Score circle's transparent because no one made these levels with the intent. No one made these levels knowing we were going to commentate on them. And, oh my god, D4 getting got by that kind of rude twist time warp combo there. It's a little uncomfortable, and it makes you extremely nervous when it shows up, and like 90% of the time you don't get hit by it. And so that other 10%.
We just experienced it right there.
That'll be an
close
S
is this
from.
gonna be? Wow, that's a lot closer than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, but D4 will take it by 0.16.
Not a large margin at all. Wow. This will keep D4's second seed hopes alive.
Yeah, that will give him a pretty needed W in his record.
Very, very much so. D4 will be moving up to 3 and 4 in the standings, with Manic falling to 4 and 3.
Yeah. Still, Manic's in pretty good shape, especially if he wins his round 9 match against Vendetta Band, which we will be seeing not too long from now, but yeah, give us a few minutes, and we will be back with D4 versus Vendetta Band.
Enjoy the break.
The pendulum of emotions, swinging back and forth, I'm up and down like waves in the ocean. Oh, that kind of light catches orbit, pull you in beneath my space, so fucking annoying. Maybe I should learn to be alone. Maybe I could do this on my own. Maybe I should be a little less. I'm so fucking extra, it's a mess. Oh, maybe I should stop and take a breath. Maybe I'm not making any sense. But I would be lying if I said I could do peace and quiet. Love in me is running in the house that's burning down, baby. Honestly, make it through the line and you'll get the best of me. So get into it or get the fuck out. So get into it or get the fuck out. So get into it or get the fuck out. Always spinning. Maybe this is normal.
learn to be alone. Maybe I could do this on my own. Maybe I could stop and take a breath. Maybe I could love a little less. Who's really making all the rules? Everybody talking through the tools. I would be lying if I said I could do peace and quiet. Loving me is running in a new house that's burning down, baby. Honestly, making God alive and you'll get the best of me. So get into it or get the fuck out. So get into it or get the fuck out.
Hello, everyone. Oh my god, my brain's broken today. I can't come up with.
It's been a long day.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
It does. We are back off of the break that we had just after D4 and Manic's match. If you happen to miss it, D4 did take the match 3-1, winning UR, dropping Contact, and then winning Stuck in Orbit and Pumpkin Party to take it over Manic, which does move D4 up in the standings to 3 and 4, and Manic down to 4 and 3. And we will now be seeing D4 versus Vendetta bands, right? Or are we going Manic Vendetta? D4 Vendetta's next. Okay.
D4 Vendetta's next. D4 has the first two.
This is a match that D4 needs to win if his hopes of possibly nabbing the second seed from Manic want to live.
Right.
And this also does require Vendetta to beat Manic in the next round. Manic has to lose all 3 matches. So it is a lot of pressure on these matches today for second and third seed. The last first and fourth are probably locked in.
Yeah. Vida has been known to do, Vida has been known to do pretty well, as evidenced by some of the things we've seen in the past from him, and also
especially with the beating of Uberbot that just happened, in case you missed it.
oh yeah, he beat fucking Uberbot.
Yeah, like that's not a hard level or anything.
Yeah, it's not like 8.75 or some bullshit.
No, that's crazy. Where would you get that from? Alright, we will be seeing picks and bans coming in. Vendetta picking Kono Speed Nosaki E, which we have seen pretty much every time. And D4 saying contactless, so no contact. D4 picking Passion as the first map to be played.
We will be waiting on on Vendetta's first pick, which will be Hissy Snake Pop Out, which is a map that he's known to do very well on in matches. So.
And D4 banning Impossible Times. Not too sure about that one.
It's a little tricky. It's the exact kind of level that I'm really bad at.
Oh yeah, me too. Pumpkin Party, Vendetta's second ban.
Yes, that will leave Where Angels Fear to Tread, Work-Life Imbalance, Lapse, and Don't Save Us from the Flames as our remaining map choices. Crossing my fingers.
And there it is. D4 picks Please Save Me from the Flames. You might want to put the fire out, man.
So real.
Vendetta picking Where Angels Fear to Tread, but Vendetta does not fear to tread. That is an important addition.
Oh God, Hangy. Oh, you brought up the fucking quarterfinal, semifinal map pools for upper bracket. If I may derail this, this commentary for 1 second, I would like to read the quarterfinal map pool for the match between Massaroni and Viri on Sunday.
Oh boy.
Lose My Mind, Shared Buffer Memory, Rumpus Room, Example Foul Stargazing Prison Guard, BM, Love Again, Molten Jelly.
Yikes!
This is a best of 7 with Viri in it too.
Oh yeah, and you know Viri is an agent of chaos, so this is going to be interesting.
I believe Passion will be first. Yeah.
That is correct. That being...
That's the wrong text field. Really
also,
good
Laps
scorer.
picked as the 5th map. I think we glossed over that.
Yeah. Did I say that? Sorry, the commentary box is having an off day.
And this is context that may have been lost for people that are watching stream and haven't been in the voice calls. Right before I was supposed to be joining this whole thing, my PC decided to not recognize my audio inputs and outputs at all. My headset and microphone just went missing from my device manager. So I had to rush to figure that out, and it fixed itself. I don't know how. It's been rough. It's not exactly been a smooth going.
We missed an early hit from a D4 right before the heart grab, so we'll be down a good percentage score.
And Vendetta losing the heart now, so room for D4 to possibly work this back.
Still probably ahead though. We'll have to see.
Oh yeah. I think it just fully depends on where it was D4 got hit, whether or not there were a lot of bullets there, but probably going to work in Vendetta's favor. Though, maybe not anymore, with a hit being taken there.
Yeah. And
another
being taken here on these pretty surprisingly tight bubble streams. They make me nervous every time I do them. This isn't too hard of a map, but again, it's very
can be scary.
There are some scary parts, especially what's about to happen right now.
Oh yeah, this is like the notorious scary part of the level. D4 almost going through that perfectly there. Vendetta taking a hit. And another, and this will more than likely swing from being in Vendetta's favor to now being strongly in D4's.
And another hit from Vendetta's pretty solid. Certifies that.
Vendetta possibly being close to Shatter territory too, if health cannot be recovered quickly.
He's back up to full HP. He doesn't talk about shattering here necessarily.
It is an ever-present risk, though, unlikely, and just based on the little I can see, this will very much be D4's. 97.92 to 94.35. Same amount of grays, though, so if they had happened to trade blows, it could have been an even match, which would be funny.
Flashbacks to upper bracket day 1.
Oh my god. Really wish I was able to make it to upper bracket matches in some way, because, man, I missed out on that. That was something else.
Yeah, Yeah, fuck your bowling club, man.
Hey, we're in third place right now. I'm doing my best.
It's not too bad.
There's expectations. I've won the last 2 of them. Alright, Hissy Snake pop out.
We will be
Very
seeing
much
his-
in Vendetta's favor. Almost 20%.
Yeah. Strangely, this is one that only Vendetta has seemed to really like grasp fully. I think of everyone, Vendetta just kind of whiffing the heart there, but probably doesn't
Yeah,
matter
it's
too
very
much.
easy to do that. D4 taking a hit right before getting the heart, then getting it and losing it. Still probably pretty close in terms of score, though.
Vendetta the only person in the entire lower bracket to have beaten this level, I think.
Has Vida beaten it? I think Vida might have beaten it recently.
Maybe. It's the exact kind of level that a lot of people are pretty bad at. It's like it's fast and it's unpredictable and it's very hard.
Yeah, very much so. Interestingly, it looks like D4 has the score advantage.
Yeah, a pretty big hit on this part. No favors.
No, certainly not.
Those homing waves are very dense and there's quite a bit of them. So, in a level that otherwise has not very many bullets, it's pretty punishing to lose your focus there.
Quite so.
Getting into the mini murder box part, the one manageable part of this level. Both players suffering hits on that transition.
Kind of understandable.
Yeah. And that's a pretty punishing hit too. So, you know, maybe if it looks like it's D4's map here, but you know, if Vendetta could have just held out for that last half, maybe you could have just taken it, but alas,
Possibly.
it's not what happens here.
And it will be 94.63 for D4 to 86.64 for Vendetta. Quite dominant, even though it was kind of sketchy at first. This means next up we will be seeing Don't Save Us from the Flames, which is D4's second pick.
Yay!
And we are both sitting on the back button. Okay.
Yeah.
This is good.
Runs over.
D4 with a 91.5, Vendetta with a 98.30. Vendetta with an advantage. Though, as we have seen time and time again, advantages don't mean much. At least not all the time.
And we are off. Especially in a map like this that has a lot of this map has a lot of kind of tricky things that can get you if you're kind of doing them on autopilot.
Yeah. You see Vendetta getting
later.
hit and D4 getting hit.
D4 will tradable for that.
Still a criminally underpicked map, if you ask me.
It's usually like relegated to either like it's usually like a late pick or a late ban or a coin flip. Which means
Yeah.
it doesn't get played often. You ban it all the time because you're bad at it. We'll get better at it, man. It's a good level. I made it.
Both players successfully getting the heart.
It's a bit of a sneaky little heart grab. I was feeling a little devious. This was Zorhan's part, but I added that heart grab of my own volition.
We appreciate it. It's like the heart grab and the Valley Comes Alive. That thing is kind of messed up if you go to the wrong spot.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, play the starting pack. Smiley, you'll figure it out.
And for those of you who know about the level but don't know about the fun fact about that heart grab, that heart grab that heart grab is in Jello's part, but I put it in there, so.
Yeah, there was no heart in the level's development for the entire time it was made, and Azure was the last one to get the level. So at that point, it was just plug it somewhere, and Jello's part was a good fit, to be fair.
Yeah, both players will lose their heart at, like, basically the exact same time.
Same time, pretty much same place.
And this bit can be pretty tight.
Funny
As well
Rubbers
as this
Vendetta
bit,
getting
as we can
hit
see.
over there.
Yeah, as we can see by Vendetta not quite moving around those rubbers correctly. And this can be tricky too, because these world aims can sneak up on you. It's misery. It's a chromatic aberration too. Vendetta taking that hit as an opportunity to just grab all those hugs going around.
Definitely understandable.
Oh, is he gonna make that one? Okay. He kind of went a different direction, and he went in the same direction that the hugs momentum was carrying it. So he seemed to have less time to grab those hugs than he would have liked. D4
Yeah, it's
getting
not-
hit here would be pretty punishing.
Could be. And Vendetta taking a hit in turn.
It's pretty close on this map. You have to see.
Yeah, I can't really say who has the advantage here.
It's very difficult to tell too. I'm sorry.
Wow, it just looks close. 90.14 from D4 to 89.65 from Vendetta. It is close, but it will be D4's 3 maps to 0.
Yeah, unfortunate for Vendetta Band there, who's certainly capable of pulling out a pretty impressive performance on this map, but just not able to put it entirely together here. But D4, once again keeping his second seed hopes alive with that win. All he has to do now is win against Vida in round 9 later when he gets online.
And Manic will have to lose this next match against Vendetta. That is a must.
Yeah, that's not daunting at all.
No, definitely not. So this match coming up that you guys will see after the break will determine, or lead to determining, who gets second seed and who gets third seed. Make sure you stay tuned for this.
Yeah, we have. If you're wondering where Vida is, he has to do a work thing, right?
Yeah, I think it was work related.
Yeah. So unfortunately, he will not be here. on this stream. If he gets back and like we have all 3 people at the ready like we had for the last few makeup matches, we might just stream all of them again. So we'll see. Anyway, I'll play some music and we will get back to you in a few
Soon.
minutes. Yeah, soon. In a few minutes with Manic versus Vendetta Band. See you soon.
Always notice something about you, so similar to me. It scares me, I'm impatient, I can't wait to see what it is that brought you to be identical to me. It's frightening, so why are we together? Knowing we sometimes do disagree, I like it. It's a sign you don't think like me, that's fine. But sometimes feel some way when you choose to leave, and sometimes I just can't stand to be with you. That's why that I need us all along. I had a picture in my mind, say please don't try and call my bluff. I don't think I can try to fight it, so why are we together? I need us all along. I had a picture in my mind, say please don't try and call my bluff.
We put both of our hearts on the line. Take my shots and darling, I'll take mine. That burst inside the deepest dive. I've been waiting for you my whole life.
Now when you see me, you walk the other way. I guess it's easy to say you never saw me that day. I'm with my entire about you. Why can't we make amends? I'll never see you again. I think you're more of a friend. Knowing we sometimes do disagree, I like it. It's a sign you don't think like me, that's fine. But sometimes feel some way when you choose to leave, and sometimes I just can't stand to be with you. That's why that I need us all along. I had a picture in my mind, say please don't try and call my bluff. I don't think I can try to fight it, so why are we together? That I need us all along. I had a picture in my mind, say please don't try and call my bluff.
We've put both of our hearts on the line. Take what's yours and darling, I'll take mine. That burst inside the deepest dive. I've been waiting for you my whole life. I need us all along.
I had a picture in my mind, say please don't try and call my bluff.
We've put both of our hearts on the line. Take what's yours and darling, I'll take mine. Head first inside the deepest dive. I've been waiting for you my whole life.
We are live again. What's up, y'all? Final match of the day. Very exciting. Manic Volcanic versus Vendetta Band. If Manic wants to fully clinch his second seed position, he will have to win this match right here.
No pressure on at all. And in terms of the seeding,
absolutely no pressure.
Vendetta does have the pick advantage, with Stuck in Orbit being Vendetta's first band right off the bat. So after Manic's performance on it earlier, cannot say that is unwarranted.
Yeah, our map pool does contain both Hissy Snake Pop Out and Weeble Wobble, both of which are maps that favor Vendetta pretty.
Oh,
yeah, a little
but
heavily.
Manic
So,
banning Hissy Snake Pop Out.
yeah, I mean, It's what I would do.
Weeble Wobble chosen by Vendetta. Then Manic has S plus this level. Vendetta has to keep that in mind. Work-life imbalance, the first pick from Manic.
I've been told we've never seen that level on stream before, even though it's been played 3 times. In
We
matches.
haven't. We actually haven't. Yeah, that's right. That's wild. Okay. I think that would complete the levels being seen on stream, though, unless I'm just missing one, but it's hard to keep track after this long.
Kono Speed was played like a couple times during the day 2 makeup matches, but they never got
got streamed. On stream, yeah.
Yeah, but it did get played.
Okay, I mean we have that at least.
Maybe we will see it on stream during playoffs. I don't know.
Bantu from Vendetta being laps.
Yeah, pretty risky play. That is a level that he's beaten, but you know it can be a little bit of an unforgiving level if you lose focus. So
very much, and I think that is what we saw last week in the match against Vita, which Vendetta almost won. Laps was the deciding map, and Vendetta just took too many hits, and it was well and done by that point. Bantu from Manic will be Don't Save Us from the Flames. There it is.
I'll forgive you this time. We already saw it on stream today, so...
Someone pick Particle Arts, please. I want to be an agent of chaos.
Oh, that is in this map pool, and it hasn't been picked
It is.
Yet. Will that be the second pick from Vendetta Band here?
Probably not.
I doubt it, but...
I would guess probably Hard Times. Yep, there it is.
Yeah. Manic might go for Particle Arts, actually, because...
Manic has gone for it in the past. That's why I'm thinking it might be picked.
He's...
Yep, there it is.
There he is. He's been a little bit of an agent of chaos. He's a little quirky with it sometimes.
I mean, it's the kind of thing that you love to see, though. Which means, what are our two? Were Angels Fear to Tread or Contacts? Oh, okay, that didn't get picked or banned. Will be our 5th map. It's surprising to not see Contacts picked by Manic or banned by Vendetta, but I mean, I guess there is a method to this. And random number says Where Angels Fear to Tread will be map number 5, if we get to that point.
Yeah, but first, I weeble wobble for the hell of it.
Definite grabber. At this point, we are just awaiting the go-ahead.
Alright. Our full level set will be Weeble Wobble, Work Life Imbalance, Hard Times, Particle Arts, and Where Angels Fear to Tread.
I'd say pretty normal, other than Particle Arts being there, but that's the kind of funny stuff we like to see. Both of them S-plusing Weeble Wobble.
Yeah, both players have beaten this, so it'll be pretty interesting to see what happens here. Vendetta has a 0.1 Gray's advantage though on high score, so I'm afraid he's already clinched.
And Manic already kind of cursor dancing. We are barely 2 seconds into the level.
It's a little hard not to cursor dance. This is
Especially to this song, yeah.
I want to say this is the kind of song that like I probably would absolutely not like if this level was not as good as it is.
Probably same, to be honest. This is something I would have like never listened to on my own time.
Yeah. Pretty clean from both players so far. I had to speak. I had to open my awful mouth.
The commentator's curse is real, people.
Still not too bad, and the first half is the hard half of this level, so we'll see how it goes. Vendetta with an
Vendetta's just kind of missing a hug there.
I think what hit him is he tried to go back for it or something.
Yeah, I think so. It was missing that hug that led to the hit ultimately.
So Vendetta Band looking probably slightly ahead as we go into the break here. Vendetta
Manic not
will go
opting to get any grays off the heart.
Yeah, Vendetta will go for a fair bit here.
It is still Vendetta's match to lose at this point. Looking very, very comfortable.
And going into the last drop here. How do you come up with this shit, man?
This might have been an accident at first, I think. I don't really remember. All I know is that the use of the accent filter was an accident, but it looks really cool.
Manic will lose his heart going into here, and Vendetta will too. It does look like he has the score advantage.
Definitely. And it will be Vendetta's. By the looks of it, at least.
Why is the score circle like not at the edge by the end of the level?
So the audio file that was originally used, as Vendetta does take this 100.31 to 97.09. The audio file that was originally used had a bunch of blank space on the end of it, and if he later went back and trimmed that off through Audacity or something. So when the new audio file was put in, the header for the level still has the original song length with the blank space in it. So the score circle is reading off of that, but the level just ends before it can fill out.
Ah, yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, the header doesn't auto-update if you change the length of an audio file, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, I guess you can do it manually, but you know.
Yeah, you can. Just something
for
if
anyone
you
curious why that happens. Now you know.
If you happen to shorten a song's length and don't update it in the header, Weeble Wobble is a good example of what it will look like. Still cuts the level off when the song ends, but Score Circle just kind of doesn't know what to do about it.
Oh man.
Next map we'll be seeing Work Life and Balance, which is a personal favorite of mine.
Yeah.
Manic S plussing this, and Vendetta with a 96, so not bad.
Yeah.
This level can be tricky though, especially with the twisting hug part.
Yeah. People have said that this is probably the easiest map here. I don't think I necessarily agree 100% with that evaluation, but it's not too bad. either way.
I definitely think it is one of the easier ones. Maybe not the easiest, but by far one of the easier ones.
I think easiest is Where Angels Fear to Tread, which is map 5 in this set, so might be seeing it later. But yeah, not too.
I think
not too bad so
that
far.
even though it's a 2-pointer, I think UR is definitely still up there in terms of the easiest. Feels a little bit higher than it should be.
Vendetta Band with 2 early hits going into this section. I know.
And missing a hug there.
I know he's gone on record to me as kind of saying that it's a bit tight for him, but.
Now this is the section to watch out for. This may not necessarily be a score buster part, but pretty difficult to route this and not get hit. With Manic doing so quite successfully.
Yeah.
And getting grazed to boot.
It's perfect. You have to see that.
That part perfectly executed is satisfying to see.
Yeah. Going into this second half, the anxiety half of this level.
Oh yeah. Part where my wrist could not stop shaking.
And
it's worse in the very end though when we get to the gray part. That part, you make one small move wrong and it's just...
It's over.
Bad.
There's a lot of score to be lost at the end, especially because of how many deco bullets there are.
Yeah, there's a lot of bubbles, I think it is, on the outside. Unless I missed it, I think Manic's still perfect so far.
Yeah.
And I spoke something, so yeah. Whoopsie.
May not matter too much going into this ending though.
This part is nothing but anxiety.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to realize that those homings actually do tail you for a little while before they stop moving.
Vendetta's just going to go like barely too far in.
Yeah, those homings can be tough on you.
Again, that's going to be punishing because look at all those bubbles on the outside.
Oh yeah. Especially with Manic only getting one hit and that not even being a really major one, I'd argue.
I think he got another hit earlier. He had the heart but lost it. But...
There is no heart in this level.
There is no heart in this level. Okay. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. And remember, you can save on everything during Christmas in July at HH Greg. Manic with 100.22 to 93.19 for Vendetta. Quite a dominant performance, I would say.
Yeah, pretty good performance from Manic, which will get him a point. And more importantly, means we'll get to see particle arts.
That is going to be fun.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to settle with hard times for now.
This one has caused Vendetta some grief in the past, so a bold pick from them, but one that could certainly work to their advantage. Though Manic does have the score advantage here.
This is one that fortunes can change very quickly on. Because there's just a lot of very fast bullets that can insta-gib you if you are if you even make a slight lapse in attention.
Here is a fun fact for everybody at home and for us in the booth. Hard Times has been played all 3 times between these two in the lower bracket. The first time, Manic taking it 97.19 to 90.28. The second time, Manic took it 98.31 to 95.88, and this will be the third time seeing the two play this against each other.
Yeah.
Good fortunes change. Doesn't look like it since Vendetta already has a hit somewhere.
will be another on his end. So Manic pretty comfortably ahead so far, but it's only the first course.
And taking another hit to the homing.
Yeah, not quite moving out of the way as much as you would want to there.
Those things do speed up quite a bit, so it is quite crucial to get out of their way.
And that will be one more from Vendetta on the second course. I think
And
that's,
one for Manic.
That might be his first one, I believe. I don't know if there's I don't remember if there's a hard in this level, but
There is not.
okay. Thank you.
One more hit from Manic would make this a lot more even of a match. With Manic having the ever so slight score advantage, but enough to keep him ahead.
Yeah, but that lead's gonna grow a little more comfortable with that last hit from Vendetta there.
Oh yeah.
You got the Daft Punk ending here. Are there any Daft Punk levels? I can't immediately.
There is Robot Rock by Alex the Amazer.
I think Satin might have a really, really old one of I believe Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, but you know. Manic
I feel
will
like I've
take it,
heard
yeah.
about that level existing,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I've never seen it before.
Yeah. Manic will take it with a healthy 98.04. Vendetta not too far behind, but not enough to take a point from him.
And look at how close those scores are, despite the large difference in hits taken.
Yeah.
That's a key thing to look at with levels like this. It's not necessarily the number of hits that guarantees you a win. And
Yeah.
we will be seeing Particle Arts next, which
Yeah. It's a lot of
yeah.
It's a lot of pressure for it's a lot of pressure to perform well on this map down to the one.
Oh yeah. Especially when your opponent has a better record on the map than you do. I think if I saw it right, Vendetta has like a 94, something around there. So it's close, but it is in Manic's favor.
This yeah. So we are going from well, we didn't just we're going from one of the lowest maps in this bracket in point value to one of the highest ones in point value. And
This
for my
one,
money,
I think,
probably, yeah.
probably being... I think this is like the one we maybe have seen the least other than Kono Speed.
Yeah.
This is the second time we've seen this on the live matches. I don't know if it's been played outside of that, though. Nobody opting to go outside the lasers here.
Yeah. Yeah, I personally would say that this is the... it's between this and Hissy Snake for hardest level for me, but
I think that's probably a generally shared sentiment, yeah.
yeah.
This one's definitely up there, and Hissy Snake is...
Yeah.
it's scary.
Yeah. Chrono Speed is another level in this same category that we haven't talked about much because it hasn't really gotten played, but that's a lot more of a flow state level than this. And by that measure, I find it a fair bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
But still,
in terms of score right now, it is very even, though Vendetta on the verge of a shatter here.
Yeah. Do they make it in time for the break, and they will definitely be able to recover some health here.
Very much so. And it does interestingly look like Vendetta actually has the score advantage over Manic just by looking at the circles.
Yeah. Both players should be up to full HP by now. Yep, there it is.
Yet again, nobody opting to just go above the part and get the free graze on that laser.
Yeah. This is sound off, man. We're preserving the integrity of the game. And here's this. This is the coolest pattern ever. It's also like really confusing.
With both of them getting hits on it already.
Vendetta
taking
gets a
two, I
second.
think. Manic only one. And now a third, and Manic with a second now. All those hits going to be pretty detrimental to both people's scores.
And this section will not make things any easier. It's very tight all around, and
Oh, Manic gets through that.
yeah, that's
That was crazy.
yeah, that was a pretty clean performance on a pretty tough section. I think Manic takes this.
I think just barely. It's very close, though. 88.60 from Manic to 87.06 from Vendetta. It was close, but those hits at the end probably taking that win away from Vendetta, because it was Vendetta's match for a good amount of time. So
Yeah,
that
sorry.
will be a 3-1 for Manic, which means every seed is now secured. With Vita taking first seed, Manic taking second seed, D4 with third seed, and Vendetta with fourth seed.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess Vidit doesn't have to play his matches tomorrow.
Yeah, no.
Well, maybe you can play him just for fun. Soundodger's a good game, and it's very fun to play.
This is
I
true.
would argue.
I would certainly agree.
But yeah, playoffs for upper bracket will presumably happen next week at around the same time. So we've got I believe D4 versus Vendetta Band. And then whoever wins that match will get to face off against Manic Volcanic, and then whoever wins in that match will get to face off against Vita for the lower bracket title. Do we have a have we decided on what the champions are gonna be called, like, formally, like lower bracket champion or lower bracket champion? I don't know. I don't really
not
care.
sure if there's been a decision made on that yet.
We'll just make it different every time.
I'm also not one of the organizers, so I do not have the knowledge to give an answer on that.
Yeah. And my brain isn't working right now, so I can't do that either. Yeah, that's all for today. So, we will see you on Sunday with the beginning of the upper bracket playoffs. We will see Viri versus Massaroni next week, and whoever wins that match will be able to will have the privilege of facing off against our good friend Iffy. And then we have Jellorine versus Hangy King. Those two will fight for the opportunity to meet Celsi in the semifinals, I believe.
Both Iffy and Celsi having ridiculously dominant runs in that upper bracket.
Yeah, they must have clinched. They must have clinched buys at round 7, honestly.
I think they did, yeah.
But,
it was still a little bit up in the air at round 6, but yeah, once round 7 was over, yeah, it was just a given by that point.
Yeah, like technically, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Again, anything can happen. I've been Azure, and my friend has been Vale. We will see you on Sunday. Thank you all for tuning in. Bye bye.
Have a great rest of your day, everyone.
Follow the rhythm. I disregarded all opinions and continue my mission. Unapologetically, I'll be bossing it, getting better with age. Got it back, never lost it. My legacy remains. Rejected the dotted line, but not the pen. Invested in myself, that was money well spent. Came home, mommy burning incense. Remember trying to think of ways to help contribute to the rent. Now the rooms upstate, top sweet penthouse views, where there's no family or friends. What life do I want? No, I gotta choose, for it's too late. Well, I guess it all depends. I was running with Toby and them. Never looked back once I discovered the pen. Dedicated it all to the art. Who would have known it would be this from the start?